Alright, so today's lesson is on ratio and unit rate. And we'd say that our first definition of ratio is a comparison of two or more quantities. Okay. It can be written in three different ways. The first way is a fraction, so it can be reduced but never to a mixed number or whole number because it's a comparison of two quantities. So for example, if I were to compare two items, one has 3, one has 4, we'd say 3 over 4 would be the fraction we would write. The next way would be a colon. There's our example of our colon, and so when we wrote it, we'd say 3 colon 4. And the other way would be the word 2. We would say 3 to 4. And these all get said pretty much the same way: 3 to 4, 3 to 4, 3 to 4. Okay. So if we go ahead and give it a picture here, we say, what is the ratio of dogs to cats? We have 5 dogs, 2 cats. We write it in a fraction form, 5 over 2. Again, we do not reduce this to a mixed number or whole number. If I were to reduce 5 over 2 to a mixed number, it would be 2.5. If I reduce it to 2.5, I'm really not comparing anything anymore. So I want to keep it in a fraction form that I'm comparing 5 dogs to 2 cats. So then if I did it in a colon form, a colon there, 5 to 2. Or if I did it in word form there, I do 5 to 2. So those are the 3 different ways that I can go ahead and write my ratio. Okay. Now if I did switch it from cats to dogs, it's going to change my ratios. Okay. No longer do I have dogs first and cats second. I have cats first and dogs second. So I'm going to go ahead and do now cats 2 over 5 to dogs. Or using the colon would be 2 colon 5. And then if I use the word 2, 2 to 5. Okay. That's how I get it. The order that it appears in is definitely very important because it will change your ratio. Okay, we're going to use our ratios to help us solve and come up with our rates, our unit rates. Okay. So a unit rate is a rate that has a denominator of 1. You see the word per in this with a lot. We see price per gallon or per ounce, miles per gallon, miles per hour, cost per unit, students per teacher. So there's just a couple examples that comes in. The word per can also be replaced by the division symbol. Your price divided by ounces. Okay. We'll go ahead and get you how much 1 ounce the price is per 1 ounce. If I went ahead and did miles, total miles, divided by how many gallons you use, okay, you're going to go ahead and get how many miles per gallon, per 1 gallon. Same thing with miles, total miles divided by however many hours you travel. You're going to go ahead and get your miles per 1 hour, or 1 hour. Cost per unit, total cost divided by maybe how many units you buy is going to give you how much the cost per 1 unit would be. And lastly, students per teacher. If I took a total number of students, divided that by how many teachers I have, I'm going to go ahead and get how many students I have per 1 teacher. So an example of this, we would have, if our class has 2 teachers and 26 students, what is the unit rate for student per teacher? So it's asking me what is the unit rate, so I need to go ahead and make sure I figure out per 1 teacher, how many students do I have? So if I have 26 students per, or divided by 2 teachers, I find out that I would get 13 students per teacher. Okay. This unit rate can also be useful when we're solving a problem. So if I have to actually solve a problem about which size has the lowest unit price meaning if you go grocery shopping with your parents and say you're picking out, laundry detergent, you're looking at how many ounces are in that laundry detergent and how much it costs. You need to figure out what the best price is. So I'm going to go ahead and figure out what the best price per ounce is. Okay, so I'm going to figure out, in this regular case, I'm getting 12 ounces for $1.20. The family size, I'm getting 28 ounces for $2.24. And the economy size, I'm getting 40 ounces for $3.60. So I can go ahead and use this to figure out which deal is best. Okay, so price per ounce, or price divided by ounces. So I would have 120 divided by 12. Go ahead and do my work over here. 120 divided by 12. 12 goes into 10 times. Put my decimal. 12 goes into 12 one time. I get 0 left over, and so I go ahead and get 0.10. So 120 divided by 12 is going to equal 10 cents. So for every ounce of, say, laundry detergent, I pay 10 cents for it with the regular. And go ahead and do my family now, which is 224 divided by 28. Let's go ahead and do my work over here. 224 divided by 28. 28 does not go into 2. 28 does not go into 22. Put my 0 over there. And so 28 goes into 224. Let's go ahead and try 9 times. I can go 9 times 28. Go ahead and solve it. 8 times 9 is 72. 9 times 2 is 18. And 252. So that's actually too much, so I'm going to go down to 8. So I can go 28 times 8. 8 times 8 is 64. 8 times 2 is 16. It's 224. And that's actually perfect. So this one is actually 8 cents is my price per ounce. So that so far is a better deal than my regular size. Let's go ahead and try to figure out the economy size now. We have $3.60 divided by 40. We'll go ahead and do my work. 360 divided by 40. 40 cannot go into 3 times. 40 cannot go into 36. 40 can go into 360 9 times. And 40 times 9 is actually 360 exactly. So I actually get an answer of 9 cents. So,
good afternoon. Joshua, please meet your grandmother in the library. Joshua, please meet your grandmother in the library.
So again, if I go back to my original problem, which size has the lowest unit price, my family size is going to be my best deal. Okay? Because it's 8 cents per fluid ounce. The other ones are 9 cents and 10 cents.